Okay, well, Doug is going to a crypto blockchain convention or meeting this weekend, and I am taking my wife, our partner, Annette, to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester on Saturday. We leave, and we won't be back until the end of next week. She's going because she's at that age where she needs to go have a thorough workup, make sure that she's really healthy, and it takes about a week. So we're not going to be around. But what Doug's doing is pretty interesting, and Doug can update you on where we're at, and I can update you where we're at. I'm almost done with the complete design of 6 wheels of fortune. There's the $1, $5, $20, $50, and $100. Some of the winnings in there, you're going to win Bs. The B is a micro or a fraction of the Hive. That's the name of our new coin. We'll talk about that too in this meeting here, because we're getting ready to put our coins out on the exchanges, and we're getting ready to launch the wallet. So all that name convention and exchange, what do you call those little names in the exchanges, Doug?
The symbols.
Symbols, yeah, the symbols, all
Yeah.
that. So we have this opportunity to make these changes, and everybody knows the MHV is the Markethive coin that we give you. We're going to change it to Hive. We've already explained, that if you don't search like in CoinMarketCap Hive, you find like 6 different companies using the term Hive. If you go search the word coin, there's 180 companies. 12 of them all have the same symbol, coin. Hive, 2 of them have the same symbol, Hive. But if you go look for Hive coin, it's only going to be us. If you go look for Markethive, it's only going to be us. So I've had some people say, well, other people have that. Well, when it comes to exchange symbols, it's a totally different story. Now, with that said, the wheel that we're making, the Wheel of Fortunes, one of them, you could win 1/10 of an ILP with it. One of them, you could actually win an ILP. You could actually win an Entrepreneur for Life, Entrepreneur One. You could actually win one for 30 days, win one for a day. Banner impressions, a bonus, your matching bonuses on signups, your coins. You can increase that, double your bonus on that for like one, for a day, for a week, for a month, for good. Some of the other awards are Markethive coins, massive banner impressions, small banner impressions, a whole lot of really cool things in these things. So I have to finish up the designs. Once those are finished up, we're pretty much ready to go to release the Wheel of Fortune. We're pretty much ready to go with releasing the Apprentice program. We're pretty much ready to go with releasing the Markethive coin for ILP. We're pretty much ready to go for a whole lot of things, and what's holding everything back is what's called a milestone. And that milestone is when we know we can release the wallet. And we're working on that. Douglas is going to tell you all about that here in a second. The other thing to know is once we know when that wallet's going to be released, that's when we say, okay, it's a 30-day countdown to the Entrepreneur One. And we're closing it. That doesn't mean we're ending it. Those of you who have active Entrepreneur One accounts will keep them forever. And they will keep earning you 1/2 or 1/10 of an ILP every 12 months. So it's basically your $100 is getting you everything the Markethive has. All the money machines, all the traffic portals, all of those things are yours. There's major benefits. Plus you get a portion of the profit of the company with the ILP. That makes it a loan to us. And that makes it you loaning it to us. So that makes when we start becoming profitable and we're paying you back your share of that makes it's a loan repayment. So the taxation on that's completely different. Talk to your accountants about that. It's a big deal. You want this, especially when we get upwards of like we're good within 1%, 10% of what our LinkedIn's doing. These ILPs will be paying you like so much money you'll be crazy. So don't blow it. So once that 30 days ends, if you haven't gotten an Entrepreneur One, the only way you're going to ever be able to get one then is to buy one from somebody else who had the foresight to buy more than one, to buy 5 or 10. And there are some people who have done that. Those of you who have had Entrepreneur Ones and you've either canceled them or the card didn't clear or whatever, they're suspended, they're no longer active, but they still show in your account, you could restore them up until the end of that 30 days. And we have a moratorium that if you restore them, let's say that you had paid 3 months on your Entrepreneur One, and 7 months have gone by without you paying on it. So that 3 months no longer applies to your 12 months to get your ILP. We're having a moratorium where we forgive that 7 months, that 3 months, that 6 months, up to 12 months. We forgive that and compress it, and you make it active. So what you had, whether it was 2 months active, 9 months active, 7, we reactivate those into the current payment. That will end at the end of that 30 days once we know the wallet is ready to go. I hope everybody understands this. We have been extremely transparent in everything we're doing, and we have been extremely gracious in giving you so much. Because really, to be honest with you, Markethive is a grassroots program, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You Entrepreneur Ones have made this a possibility. Down that road, when we have a big convention, you guys will be up on the stage with us, and everybody will be applauding, thanking you as much as thanking us for making this amazing vision a reality. And it will be a reality. Mark my words. Major things are happening with God. There's huge events on the horizon right now. We are living in the end times. Major events are going to occur. You can already see it. I've got goosebumps right now telling you this. You know, it was the Lord, the Holy Spirit, that told me back at the beginning of the summer, last summer, get off of Amazon, get off of Azure, which is Microsoft, and build your own clouds. And we've been doing that, and we are now off. We went through that. We had 3 months of disruption at the end of the year. And amazing, just as we finished getting off, all the censoring and canceling and all this political correctness and this communist agenda reared its ugly head, throwing people off of Amazon clouds, censoring, terminating accounts. Well, Markethive doesn't do that. Markethive is a social network, and it's a very powerful one. But we stand on liberty, freedom, justice, freedom of speech, freedom to seek whatever business you want to do, as long as it's legal. As long as you're not committing a crime in Markethive, you're good. And it'll always be that way. But that's not so anymore on the other ones. So that puts us really heads and shoulders above the rest. And we're not a social network. We're a market network. We are a next generation network. We're ahead of the curve. But when that curve gets up to us and hits us, we will then explode into hundreds of millions of subscribers. I know this is a fact. Okay, I blabbed long enough. Douglas, it's yours.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, excited, heading off to San Antonio, Texas. It's kind of like a masterminding entrepreneur, blockchain, Bitcoin group. Just gonna see what happens and mingle and network and share about Markethive. There's a lot of movers and shakers there. Do a little speaking. It's going to be fun. A couple of days there, and then I'll be back. But yeah, with Markethive and the technical side of things, everything Thomas just said. Basically, it's all prepped and ready to go. We've pretty much finished all the hard programming, which is the major development parts of these pieces, and we're waiting for the graphical stuff, which Thomas says gave you an update on. And then as soon as that gets released into the dev group, then we'll integrate it and do one more round of testing and see how everything works together with each other. Because we've added a lot of very cool and simple new moving parts, which is great. And I want to tag on one thing Thomas said about you Entrepreneur One members that are members right now. We're not into the program, like you said. We're just closing it once the wallet gets released. And then as long as you keep it, if you go back and read our original white paper, and that we have that circle chart of all the features of the system that's going to be there. There's about 12 to 15 cash flow modules in there, and the E1 holders will participate in that, which means you'll get a piece of that. So not only are you getting a portion of an ILP, which is kind of like a profit sharing, share of the profit gets reverted to you. You'll also be able to share in the revenue streams too if you choose to participate. You don't have to, But they're like I said, when we're all said and done, there'll be about 12, 15 different revenue streams that you can participate in on the front side and the back side. That's all. Just like Thomas said, we gave away the kitchen sink and the kids and everything with that, and that's why we're closing it, and it'll never happen again. But we're also, like he said, extremely thankful for uh, the partnership that you have with us during this time to get us to this point. And so we're ready to rock and roll. The Cardano change is going great. That conversion over there, where it's all everything's going the right direction. Like I said, all the major codings done on our side for these changes for the interface and such, or the shopping cart and the new subscription programs with the apprentice and such, the enhanced groups, all that good stuff. Um, and so I'm excited about that. And I got to head to the airport in about 2 minutes. So back to you, Thomas.
Okay, so the one thing that we really I've done a lot of research on, and I've done it with Douglas and Annette and the Wings directing me, was okay. So here we are. We're not going to be using Ethereum, so we're not on the Ethereum blockchain. So this gives us the ability to change everything. We change the number of coins, not your coins. Your coins, what you've got, you keep. Don't worry about that. We're not changing anything on you. But we will probably be changing the number of coins. We're going to be reducing the number of coins in the market. We're going to change the name of the coin. It's going to go from MHV to HIVE. That'll be its exchange symbol. The name of the coin will be Hive Coin. And so it'll be listed in the exchanges as Markethive, Hive Coin, Hive. What this does, because this is all about marketing, because exchange symbols can be redundant. There can be more than this. I mean, the same name, the same exchange symbol can be owned by more than one company. I mean, I've seen some of the exchange symbols, like coin, there's like 18 exchange symbols that are all called coin. Coin Market has one. Coinbase has one. Concoin. I mean, there's all kinds, and I'll put this in the blog that this recording's in on how those all work. So I decided, and we all agree on this, that our coin will be called the Hive Coin. You'll refer to it as the Hive Coin. Its symbol will be Hive. So when somebody goes and searches for Hive, and they may not be searching for us, somebody else, we'll be on that list. So there could literally be hundreds of millions of people looking for the term coin or hive, and they'll find us. So you see my thinking here? You get that, right, Doug? I mean, this is powerful stuff.
I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, yes, you do that. Yeah, so Doug and I were, when I made this, like, clear on the marketing on this, so we're going to be called Hive Coin. So everybody's going to refer to, hey, how many Hive Coin do you got? Oh, I've got 1.7 million Hive Coin. Whoa, boy. That's cool. So you're going to go on Coin Market Cap, or you're going to go into an exchange and type in there Hive Coin, and you'll find it. But other people are going to be searching for Hive because there's more than one. And there could be literally millions of people searching for Hive, and they'll say, what's this Markethive Hive Coin? Oh, we should check this out, because that's how it works. People are going to search for coin. They're going to find us there. And as our market cap, right? That's what it's called. That's the value of all of our coin. So if our coin,
Yep.
so I mean, just recently, Bitcoin hit $1 trillion. I think they dropped back a little bit with this big correction going on. But it's based on how many coins are in circulation and what the value of the coin is. So with the size of community we already have, and we have a massive community in regards to being a coin, a crypto, a blockchain. When you do a search, like in Coin Market Cap, like for coin, the one that has the highest market cap is at the top, and then it goes down from there. So the ones that have very little activity are at the bottom of that list. Well, now what happens? So how much, I mean, those who have a lot of transactions, and we have tremendous transactions, will be at that list when people search. So what I'm doing here is I'm really thoroughly researching this so that the name of our coin brings us in business from completely unique left and right field areas to really bring in the focus and the awareness of what we're doing, I suspect we're going to have a massive reaction and positive embracing what we're doing here. Nobody else has ever done what we're doing. This is a massive, huge project. In fact, the investors that we have talked to, almost all of them are like, we would love to invest in this, but it's just too big. Now, who else creates businesses and things that the investors are like, you're crazy, it's too big? I think of one person, a couple maybe. Who do you think of, Doug?
As far as leaders?
Yeah, leaders who take on really huge projects, and everybody's like, there's no way.
Mr. Elon Musk is the first in line.
Yeah, and what is Elon Musk doing? He's going to the Mars. He's building ships. He's building rockets that take off up to the space station, or they take off like freighters, like trucks, to Mars, drop off their goods, take off, come back and land and fill up again and go back and forth. He's created this. And everybody looked at him and was like, no way, there's no way you can do that. It's too big a project. He's also creating a low-orbit satellite network that is exclusively separated from the rest of the internet. It's the same. It's an internet, but it produces an incredibly secure private network called Skylink, right? Skylink?
Yep, that's exactly it. Yeah, and it's kind of like a global mesh network where, like you said, it's really private, really secure. It could replace the existing hardwired system that the internet runs on now.
And it probably will, because and then he's also building a city under the city in Los Angeles, because he's got a company called Bohr. He's got these machines he built that cut, what is it, a 200-foot, 500-foot. It's like it makes
big enough to have a road and drive cars and drive semis through.
Yeah, like a freeway. Tunnel's big enough to put freeways in there. So he's building a city under the city. Markethive is on the same level of magnitude in what we're doing, and a lot of people don't get that. I mean, they're sitting on our news feed, and they're really not venturing out and understanding that we have one of the most effective, powerful email systems. We have one of the most powerful and effective capture page systems and broadcasting systems, and our groups and our stores and all the things that we have, and it's all coming together. And that's what a market network is. It's a social network. So we're also working on our new news feed. What is our new news feed? It's got 4 aspects to it. It's got 4 columns. So one, right now it has one, and you know, when I say the one that I would have right now, it's like very similar to Facebook and Twitter. They're pretty much, and LinkedIn. Everybody's newsfeed has all pretty much become the same. But now we're going to put 3 more in there. One of them is going to be when you blog, if you're an entrepreneur one or an apprentice, when you blog, that blog shows up in the newsfeed. If you're an entrepreneur and you upload videos, those videos show up in the newsfeed. When you set up and you build your curation groups, those groups and those curation things that you do, if you know what curation is, shows up in the newsfeed. So everybody in Markethive will have this really dynamic newsfeed that people can subscribe to.
I don't want to miss my plane. I got to jump, but you can go on.
Okay. Have a great trip. See you next weekend.
Thank you. I'll update you when I get back.
All right. And so to continue on here, what that means is you subscribe to my video, you subscribe to my curation, you subscribe to my blogs, you subscribe to my newsfeed, the new newsfeed. When you subscribe, we'll have up to 26 social networks. We're also working on that. So you subscribe, when I publish, it broadcasts out to all those people who are subscribing to me. There'll also be the ability for me to share the wealth with you. So if I have a lot of coin, I can assign coin to pay you coin amounts every time I publish, depending on how many social networks you're subscribing to my publications. So you see how we are such a much bigger deal than anything else out there. And because of Cardano, unfortunately Douglas has left, he will attest to one of the reasons why we're using Cardano, because Cardano's blockchain allows us to create a primary and a secondary. The primary is like our wallet. The wallet is an app. It does KYC. It does 2FA. It does transactions. It does chatting, like Telegram does, and it does the logging in and out of Markethive. The secondary is our data distribution, our clouds. That means that with all of these data clouds that we're building, and they're distributed all over the world as we get going here, that distribution of all that content is dependent upon the security of the primary blockchain. And only because of what Cardano does and its smart contracts that are coming in August that we can build that. And this is a concept nobody else has ever had. This is a Holy Spirit inspiration that when we talk to Charles about this, he's like, yeah, we can do that. This means that we can deliver a social network, a market network that's 100% on the chain, the blockchain, not just part of it, the whole caboodle. That changes everything. And you're part of it. And you become an even bigger part of it when you have an Entrepreneur One. And we become extremely grateful when you do. And we make sure that you get the lion's share of things that we do. So, I'd like you to pray for Annette so that her visit at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, is powerful, positive, healing, restoring. That the trip is a wonderful trip. It's kind of like a little vacation for us. I haven't had one in a long time. And that Douglas is going to be rubbing elbows with massive crypto investors and movers and shakers and engineers and innovators. So we need to pray for Douglas's trip to be an incredible success and to bring more talent into Markethive and more revenue. The more revenue we have, the more engineers we can hire. The more engineers we can hire, the greater we can do. So God bless all of you. Thank you very much. And I'll see you not this weekend, but next. Bye-bye.